What's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts 3 video. Today for you guys, I thought we'd check out all of the currently known Keyblades for Kingdom Hearts 3, talk about their Keyblade transformations, as well as a little bit of information towards the Keyblade itself. Yesterday, Square Enix kindly uploaded a bunch of high-resolution pictures of most of the Keyblades for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, like I said, this is most of the Keyblades. There are obviously going to be Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3 that we won't discover until we actually play the game for ourselves, but for the most part, here are all of the currently known Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. Starting off with the Kingdom Key, yes, the most iconic Keyblade when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts series. This will be the Keyblade that Sora is equipped with straight off the bat. The Keyblade transformation that is attached to this is second form, and the form type for this transformation is actually considered special. Now, before we progress any further with this, I thought I would talk specifically about the form type section here, as I'm sure a few of you guys might be a little bit confused about this. You'll notice Kingdom Key's form type is special. That's because the form type that the Kingdom Key throws you into is unique to that of the Kingdom Key, aside from the fact that Dawn to Dusk also chucks you into second form. For other Keyblade transformations, they're actually categorized into different forms. The forms that we have in Kingdom Hearts 3 are Power Form, which is represented by a red outfit, Magic Form, which is represented by a blue outfit, Guard Form, which is represented by an orange outfit, and finally Speed Form, which is represented by a green outfit. So second form allows Sora to utilize a bunch of Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 based abilities and combos, with the finishes consisting of abilities like Stun Impact, Iris Arcanum, and Sonic Blade. Next up is Shooting Star. Now, we're still unsure as to exactly how Sora obtains this Keyblade, but I would say that Sora most likely obtains it somewhere around the beginning of the game. Now, this Keyblade consists of two levels of Keyblade transformations. The first one is Double Arrow Guns, which transforms the Keyblade into two arrow guns, allowing Sora to zip around the battlefield, shooting out arrow projectiles at multiple different enemies. This sort of reminds me of Wisdom Form in a sense. The second level to the Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is Magic Launcher, which further transforms the double arrow guns into a massive magical bazooka. The form type for this Keyblade is Magic. Next up is the Olympus Keyblade. Unfortunately, we do not have the official name for the Keyblade just right now, but the transformation for the Keyblade itself is known as Counter Shield, which transforms the weapon into, you guessed it, a shield. It seems to be that the transformation of this Keyblade primarily focuses more so on the defensive side of things, as the form type for this Keyblade is Guard. Now, we haven't actually seen too much towards Counter Shield, and it's currently unknown as to whether or not the Olympus Keyblade has a second level Keyblade transformation. But if it does have one, I'm guessing that it is the Pegasus and Chariot. We saw some footage during the E3 2015 trailer where Sora actually transforms the Olympus Keyblade into a Pegasus and Chariot, jumps into the chariot driven by the Pegasus, and flies all around an area of Twilight Town, sending thunderbolt smites towards Heartless. Now, we haven't seen this Keyblade transformation being used in an extremely long time, pretty much ever since this footage. So I'm not too sure if perhaps this idea has since been scrapped. I'm hoping that is not the case, just because this looks like a lot of fun to use. Next up is the Infinity Badge, the Keyblade from the Toy Story world. The first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is known as Hyper Hammer, which transforms the Keyblade into a massive hammer, which inflicts some pretty crazy damage. I've personally played around with this Keyblade transformation, and I found it to be a lot of fun to use, mainly because the area of effect in which this Keyblade transformation covers is extremely impressive, as you are quite literally swinging around a giant hammer. The cool thing about forms in Kingdom Hearts 3 as well is they actually change the way that the magic works. Specifically, when using the transformations for the Infinity Badge Keyblade, the magic works in a really cool manner, similar to the way that fire worked in Kingdom Hearts 2, where the magic completely surrounds Sora no matter what type of magic Sora uses, whether it be fire, blizzard, or thunder, as seen in my recording of my demo footage right here. I'm really interested to see how magic differs with other forms forms. The second level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is Drill Punch, which further transforms the hammer into a massive drill. This allows Sora to quickly attack enemies as well as drill underground for some powerful uppercut attacks. The form type for the Infinity Badge is Power, which I found quite interesting. It makes sense for specifically the first level transformation being the Hyper Hammer, but more so for Drill Punch, seeing as Drill Punch sort of more so focuses on speed. It is interesting to consider that this Keyblade focuses around power. Next up is Smile Gear, the Keyblade from the Monsters Inc. world. The first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is known as Agile Claws, which transforms the Keyblade into a set of claws. This drastically speeds up the attack rate in which Sora can attack at. I also got to use the Agile Claws, and this was one of the Keyblade transformations that I definitely preferred out of the bunch that I was able to use, mainly because I prefer speedy based attacks, and Agile Claws is exactly that. The cool thing about this is we can further upgrade this transformation to a second level known as Twin Yo-Yos, which again allows Sora to attack at a pretty crazy rate, with an extra boost in attack range. Now interestingly enough, the form type for this Keyblade is Power. Even though both Keyblade transformations seem to focus on speedy attacks, I would expect this Keyblade to be a form type of speed, but the form type is Power, so I'm guessing the stat that this Keyblade focuses on is Strength. Next up is Ever After, the Keyblade from the Tangled world. The first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is Mirage Staff. Mirage Staff is actually known so far as probably the best Keyblade transformation, just from the feedback and reception from the people who have actually played the Kingdom Hearts 3 demo. This Keyblade is absolutely wild in the sense of its transformation, and from my experience playing, this has to be, hands down so far, the best transformation I've used. This is basically Wisdom form on roids. Sora can send out magical bolts from the staff itself, with also being able to quickly zip around with using this new and improved Mirage dodge, which when Sora actually uses the Mirage dodge, it actually creates a sort of silhouette hologram of Sora, allowing him to create multiple of these, to then let out a fierce attack that sends out projectiles from not only the Sora that you're playing as, but all of the holograms that you've created from dodging. This can be extremely powerful, especially if you have large groups of enemies sort of just ambushing you at once, or specifically on bosses as well, as I found this to be the most useful against the doll boss fight in the Toy Story world. Sora's mobility is also increased while using the Mirage Staff, as well as Sora sort of zips around the place in a similar fashion to that of Wisdom form. Also, the Mirage dodge is very similar to that of Wisdom form's Quick Run. It's currently unknown as to whether or not Ever After has a second level Keyblade transformation, but just by how powerful the Mirage Staff is, I really don't think this Keyblade needs one. The form type for this Keyblade is, you guessed it, Magic. Next up is Rudder of Fate, the Keyblade from the Pirates of the Caribbean world. The first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is known as High Wind. Love this, a little bit of a nod towards the original name for Sora, Kairi, and Riku's raft back in Kingdom Hearts 1, but to the point, this is a cool looking Keyblade transformation. It turns Sora's Keyblade into a massive spear. The attack radius on this Keyblade transformation looks absolutely wild, seeing as, yes, of course, it is a spear, and the fact that it also attacks pretty damn quickly. This looks like it's definitely going to be a useful Keyblade transformation. One of the abilities also allows Sora to send a flurry of spears striking down at the ground towards his enemies. We can now finally pull some Zeldan level shit. I'm looking forward to this. The second Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is then known as Storm Flag, which then further transforms the spear into a pirate flag. Now the attacks sort of seem to be very similar to that of the way that the High Wind works, except everything is just more so enhanced. Especially the attack speed. It looks like Sora attacks even faster when High Wind transforms into Storm Flag. This looks like it's going to be a really strong Keyblade transformation. The form type for this Keyblade, to no one's surprise, is Power. Next up is Crystal Snow, the Keyblade from the Frozen world. Now the first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is Blizzard Claws. Now we actually haven't seen any gameplay towards Blizzard Claws, only a screenshot, but I'm guessing that the Blizzard Claws probably works very similar to the same way that that Agile Claws works, the Keyblade transformation from the Smile Gear Keyblade. Then the second level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is Blizzard Blades, which looks very, very unique. It then switches the claws into a set of ice skates for Sora, allowing Sora to, ice skate all around the place. Use those ice skates to kick Heartless right in the chin. I'm definitely looking forward to using this one because it also changes up the way that Sora moves. So yeah, you become a little bit more agile whilst using this transformation, and that makes sense, seeing as the form type for this Keyblade is Speed. Next up is Nano Gear. This is the Keyblade from the Big Hero 6 world, and the first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is known as Nano Arms. Now, this Keyblade transformation looks pretty damn wild, as it sort of throws Sora into an almost Hyper Hammer-esque Keyblade transformation, but it sort of switches between the hammer attacks and quick, speedy sort of sword attacks. Because essentially this Keyblade is made out of Hero's microbots, it means that the Keyblade can switch into all sorts of interesting different things. We've seen very little of this Keyblade transformation actually in action, so I'm sure it consists of a lot more attacks and special abilities. We have seen this really cool attack though, where we send out a giant fist. Yeah, cannot wait to use this, specifically against Xehanort. Now this Keyblade currently only has one Keyblade transformation that we know of so far. It might only have one, but it could also have a second. The form type for this Keyblade is Speed. Next up is the Honey Trenta, the Keyblade from the 100 Acre Wood. Now, first up, I'm not too sure if the name is 100% confirmed. This is the name via translations, and translations tend to sometimes be a little bit sticky, but just know it as Honey Trenta for the time being. The first level Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is the Honey Blaster, which is very, very similar to that of the dual arrow guns from the Shooting Star Keyblade. But yes, it transforms the Keyblade into two pistol things which shoot out a lot of honey. Now, I'm sure it works a little bit differently to the dual shoot arrow guns, and by different I mean that it does shoot out honey opposed to that of arrows. It looks like the honey actually creates these little sort of blobules on the ground, and perhaps maybe enemies can get stuck or stunned in these blobules. The second level Keyblade transformation is known as the Sweet Launcher, which again is very, very similar to the Shooting Star Keyblade transformation known as the Magic Launcher, but it transforms the two guns into a massive honey bazooka, which again shoots out massive projectiles of honey. Now, the strange thing about this Keyblade is that the form type is Guard. Considering the Keyblade transformations, it really doesn't seem like it is a Guard-based Keyblade, but yes, the form type is Guard. Next is the Ratatouille Keyblade. Unfortunately, we don't know the official name for this Keyblade just yet, and Square Enix also didn't release an HD render of the Keyblade either, but you'll most likely obtain this via completing all of Remy's recipes in Twilight Town. You can do so by collecting different ingredients scattered throughout different worlds. Now, I've only seen one transformation so far for the Keyblade, and yeah, I gotta say, its themes are pretty in tune with the whole Ratatouille thing. The Keyblade literally turns into a giant frying pan. And I mean, I've already said this before, but this has gotta be the best goddamn Keyblade transformation animation I've ever seen. Sora literally cooks up a Gordon Ramsay level feast in a matter of seconds. Next up is the Dawn Till Dusk Keyblade. This is a unique Keyblade as it's only acquired through DLC. You can obtain this by either pre-ordering Kingdom Hearts 3 if you live in the United States or Canada via Amazon, or if you live in Japan, you can acquire this by pre-ordering the game through 7-Eleven. Now, this Keyblade transformation is second form, the exact same as the Kingdom Key, so that means that the form type is special. Now, I'm not too sure if this confirms that we will also be able to use Mickey's new Keyblade, which at the moment is known as Starseeker D. That's not the actual official name, just letting you guys know. But this is obviously a different color variant to that of the Starseeker D. I don't think we will be able to attain that Keyblade in the game and actually use it, as of course it is Mickey's new special Keyblade. Next up is the Starseeker. We have two different color variants right here, and these two color variants for the Starseeker are obtained through that of DLC. I'm guessing that this means that the Starseeker is confirmed to be a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3. That does make sense, as it has been a pretty iconic Keyblade throughout the series so far. But yes, these are only Keyblade skins. Midnight Blue is obviously through pre-ordering Kingdom Hearts 3 on the PlayStation Store, and Phantom Green right here is through doing the same, but through the Xbox Store. The Keyblade transformation for this Keyblade is currently unknown, and same goes for the form type. And last up is the Starlight Keyblade. Yes, the iconic Keyblade from the Kingdom Hearts Key series. We're going to be able to use it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, again, this is DLC. However, the way you obtain this is by clearing Classic Kingdom in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. There's a bunch of goals for a bunch of different mini-games. If you reach those goals, you will get a code to be able to redeem this Keyblade in-game. Interestingly enough, as a bit of side news, they've recently halved the costs for the goals, so if you guys currently don't already have Classic Kingdom completed in Union Cross for the Starlight, I suggest that you guys jump onto it as of right now, bust out those goals as they have been halved before this offer goes away. Now, the Keyblade transformation and form type for this Keyblade are currently unknown. I'm really crossing my fingers that it's not going to be a case like the Dawn till Dusk, where it just simply throws you into second form. It would be kind of cool to have something unique attached to this Keyblade. Now, it should also be known that each Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3 has its own unique shot lock, because of course, shot lock is back. Now, I didn't bother listing the unique shot locks for each Keyblade in this video, only because a lot of the shot locks at the moment for each of the Keyblades are currently unknown. We only really know a handful so far. However, though, I do plan on doing a full extensive sort of guide towards all of the Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3 when we actually have the game itself. But now, guys, that is all of the currently known usable Keyblades in Kingdom Hearts 3 so far. Like I said at the start of the video, that's probably not all of the Keyblades. I do know that there is obviously going to be an Ultima weapon. We're still yet to see that, but probably won't until we play the game for ourselves. I gotta say that the Keyblade designs for Kingdom Hearts 3 are looking absolutely fantastic. Some of the best in the series. In the comment section down below, guys, please do let me know, what is your current favorite Keyblade for Kingdom Hearts 3, and what is your current favorite Keyblade transformation? I would love to know. However, guys, I'm Cynical. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.
Hit them on the page, you'll be coming through stain. Gold in my mouth when you suckers be bluffing. Milk crate, gaming up your bitch though. Catch me in the back playing Super Nintendo.